beautiful people, and welcome back to Eating Sprouts. My name is Bliss Van Amsterdam. Today I wanted to make a little bit different video than what we're used to, and today I wanted to talk about the colon cleanse, which is a little bit different topic, but it's very important for healthy living, healthy lifestyle, because when you keep your colon clean or as clean as you can, you actually prevent a lot of problems later in life. Okay, so it is a good idea to take good care of your colon. Probably we don't, normally do it as often as we should, right? I'm guilty of that, but I am going to share here 3 different practices that you can do that are very effective. And the first one, really quick, is the enemas. And it's actually the cleansing of the colon through with a little bit of water. You can do it at home. In fact, if you heard of Gerson and the Gerson therapy, and the Gerson Institute, they are here in Mexico, in Tijuana, and they're in San Diego as well. Over there, they recommend a lot the enemas, and to be more specific, coffee enemas. Okay, apparently it's very good, so that's a good thing to consider. If you want a little bit more than that, the next step up would be a colonic. I love colonics. I recommend colonics. I had a very good experience with colonics. I recommend everybody should probably consider it, if not, try it. If you do, I recommend you do at least 3 sessions, not just one. If you want to do more than 3, that's fine. But I always recommend at least 3, in like every other day or something like that. Just talk to your colonics professional to set up the best schedules, but I think 3, you are going to achieve so much. The colonics, what it is, basically it's about 5-gallon water that are put into the body, and then a therapist will massage your gut and help the water out. So it's water in, massage, and then water out. And like that, after about an hour, you go through the 5 gallons little by little, and you have cleansed so much. Of course, it goes, each session you reach a little higher. By the 3rd, you actually reach the end of it. I mean, the top or the end of the stomach, right? And the beginning of the intestines, like that. But I highly recommend colonics as a practice, something that we might do a video in the future. But today I wanted to show you the one cleanse you can do at home with only 2 ingredients, and you drink it as water. Remember that colonics helps from the intestines down, and that's great. It is great, but actually, apparently, when you're drinking this one at home, it's gonna cleanse everything, your throat, or all this way down to the stomach, including, and then all the way down to the intestines. So let's get to it, and I'll show you the ingredients and how to do it. Okay, so let's get started.
Okay, the first ingredient is the psyllium husk that should look like this, with this color. And the second is the bentonite clay or living clay that should also look like this, with the color that is not too dark.
Okay, very well. Now let's talk about how you're going to mix these 2 ingredients. Of the psyllium husk, you're going to mix 2 teaspoons, okay, with 2 tablespoons of the bentonite clays. Now, if you weigh them like I do, you're going to see the 2 teaspoons of the psyllium husks are going to be about 8 grams. And the 2 tablespoons of the bentonite clay are going to weigh about 24-25 grams. So the ratio is about 3 to 1, the clay being, of course, heavier, okay? If you wanted to weigh it. If otherwise, 2 teaspoons of psyllium husk, 2 tablespoons of bentonite clay, you're good. Now, you can drink it with water, and it's horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's very hard to drink it. So I saw somebody recommending to drink it with lemon water, which works really well. They also recommended orange juice, which also works really well. It mixes really well, it's easy to swallow. And my absolute favorite is fresh coconut water, okay? And I mean fresh. I know it's not always possible. When I lived in Alaska, this was not something that was really available. And here, living in Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, it is. I feel very privileged to have these here, and every morning I can have it. So that's why I have it. It's my absolute favorite. It mixes really well with it. It's very easy to swallow. It doesn't have any real taste. If any, has a good taste, but almost neutral. And it's very good for the stomach. So it doesn't matter what time you drink it. That's another thing. Some people say you should drink it at night before you go to bed on an empty stomach. Could be. but you're also required to drink some water after that. I'll show you how I do it, but basically it depends on you. There are no rules on these. This is basically a technique that you would be tried on your own. I tried on my own and it's working really well. Been doing it for about 3 weeks, so it's 28 days. I'm almost done. Actually, this is almost what I have left here. And in a few days, I'll be absolutely done. And I feel all the things that are coming out and they're really, really good. And I'll show you, I recorded another video that that shows you what came out. That's why I felt inspired to make this video and to tell you it is a safe and very effective way to clean your colon, and you can actually see where the mucose that is coming out that gets attached to the clay, and then the husk helps you kind of, you know, swipe out all those things, you know, but it is the clay that actually attaches to that mucose that eventually comes out and you can see, and I'll show you in a moment. But basically I just wanted to say the way you do it, like I said, either lemon water, orange juice, or in my absolute favorite, coconut water, but it has to be the fresh water. It cannot be that processed coconut water with preservatives or canned coconut water from Thailand, or no, none of that, okay? You don't want any of that. If that's all you have, do lemon water. It tastes good. It's very alkaline. It actually works really well, okay? That would be my second choice, would be lemon water, but orange juice works also really well. And you're gonna have to drink it really fast, you know, without hesitating, or, you know, because once you mix these two ingredients with the liquid, basically you start to forming and they start to attach to something. So that's why you want to get it down, so it starts attaching to all those toxins and mucose and things that you want out of your body, okay? So that's basically how you would do it, and then you would drink another glass of water right after to help, you know, the flow of the liquid. So that's kind of how you do it. I'm going to show you now how I mix it and how I drink it, okay? So let's get to the second step.
Okay, very well. Then here's the psyllium and here's the bentonite, and then we take the teaspoon and we're going to do 2 teaspoons of the psyllium husk, okay? And then we take the tablespoon and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the bentonite clay. Perfect. And now that it's mixed, we only need to add the liquid of choice, which will be the coconut water, and then we'll wash the whole thing with 1 more cup of water. Okay. Okay.
Okay, then that's how you mix them, and that's how you drink the psyllium husk and the bentonite clay together. And now what I have for you basically is a video that I took recently of what actually comes out of you, and you can actually see and identify what is what, okay? So before we start with that video, I have to tell you it's not pretty, so if you have a weak stomach or if you're eating, you probably want to stop the video because it's not pretty what comes out, okay? However, if for experimental purposes, for educational purposes, you really want to see what actually comes out of this colon cleanse, then by all means stay and watch the video. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be quite interesting. So if you decide to go through this cleanse, you'll know what to do. So here's the video.
Okay, and this is what the mucose looks like when it comes out of your body. Okay, of course I tried to clean it as much as I could. It has a few traces, but this is not fecal matter. It may look a little bit like it. It certainly came out with the fecal matter, but this is not fecal matter. This is mucose that has all the bentonite clay in it, and that's why you see this grayish or maybe dark green but more grayish color is that. And if you touch it here, this is not fecal matter at all. In fact, this is a gooey thing. Doesn't break. I mean, I could break it if I push hard. Probably if I take like a knife and, you know, it could break, I'm sure. Yeah, it's not super hard, but it's definitely not what we're used to seeing in fecal matter. This is definitely the mucose. Okay, and it itself ironically doesn't smell that bad. I mean, of course it's dirty with, you know, or whatever is remaining of, you know, what came with it. I tried to clean it as much as I could, but come on, I just wanted to show you what it is. But if you see, this is not fecal matter. This is what comes out of the body. This is what is stuck. This mucose is what is stuck in your intestines this whole time. This is why you want to get rid of all of these. And this was only one. This was right now. I just went to the bathroom and did this, and I saw it, and immediately by seeing the color I knew this was not part of the fecal matter. I tried to, with this glove, you know, take it out, wash as much as I could. Of course it's not perfectly washed, but I had to show you. And I know this is disgusting, but it feels really good when it's out of your body. So this is what makes it like this. The bentonite clay that attaches to it, and then the psyllium husk helps it come out, and little by little on a daily basis more will come out. And this feels great when this is out of your body. This is what is preventing you from absorbing the nutrients of the food that you eat. This is what is creating so many other problems, and this is why we want to get rid of this. So there you have it. This is mucose that comes out of your body during and after the cleanse with bentonite clay and psyllium husks. And like I said, this is not poo. It may look like it, but it doesn't feel like it at all. At all. This is a gooey thing. So yeah, it's disgusting, but I had to show you. Okay.
All right, and there you have it. That's what comes out of you when you do this cleanse, and you'll be able to identify it, and maybe even, you know, if you want to explore a little deeper and get a pair of gloves and, you know, dig in, you can also do it. It's not required, but as long as you can see it, you also feel different. You'll feel lighter, and that is wonderful. So, of course, if you decide to go ahead and do it, I recommend that you educate yourself, that is read more about it, see more videos about it. There's a lot of opinions about it. I loved it, and I think you should research more. Of course, you can always write a comment or any questions in the comments, and I'll gladly answer for you. And if you need to know where to get them, honestly, any brand is good. I'll put a link for Amazon where you can get, you know, put a couple of links. Just go there. Any of the choices that you feel that are good, and there's some different prices, any are good. Okay, just be sure that it's exactly what it's meant to be. You know, bentonite clay or living clay and psyllium husk. Okay. And of course, if you like the video, give us a like, and remember to subscribe to the channel so you can see much more that is coming. Thank you. See you next time.